YouTube, welcome back to the channel. My name is Emery and I'm a farmer here on Dryland Dudes, and today I'm going to defoliate some cotton. I started yesterday. I did one tank yesterday afternoon, and I'm gonna try to get one field done. It's a full tank, and then to finish this here, I'm at my parents' house. To finish this, I need to load a third tank, and so I think I got enough for 3 tanks. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and spray out all 3, even though I'm going to have to do some driving. So I'm going to fill up. I'm going to drive to Bob's, 125 acres, 1 tank. Boom. Come back, fill up, 20 acres left here, and then take the last 100 acres over and probably get another, the 80-acre farm I have over there, so I can get the whole field sprayed and then spray out that little somewhere. I don't really know. But if this is what the cotton looks like. It's sure changed a lot. I debated on when to spray. I decided not to spray when I talked to you last. So this is at least a week later. I can't remember, but I have now started spraying some. What I'm spraying is something that's going to hopefully let the leaves drop and not stick. That's the goal of defoliation, is to get the leaves to fall off to the ground and not stay on the plant. If they stay on the plant, you can get leaves in the lint, and then that can be hard to gin out, and we can get a bad grade on our ginning if we have too many leaves. I always try to pick, and this is Dad's philosophy, was to pick a smooth leaf variety. Cotton is naturally hairy, I believe, but they've bred in some smooth leaf characteristics. There's also semi-smooth, which is, obviously in between. But with a smooth leaf, hopefully it will fall, and even if it touches the lint, it won't stick. A hairy leaf is going to catch. And so, anyways, the plant's already starting to do some of this on its own, but we need to break it down. And then the other thing is to try to, this is not a good example, but any green bowls that are of size, we want those to pop open, and there's a chemical, like that's not going to make, that's squishy. So not a good example to show you here, but I'm spraying 2 chemicals, AIM and paraquat. That's to help the leaves drop. And then the ethifon, and the plants naturally produce ethifon. It's what like ripens fruit and things. So the plant's already doing that, but we're just putting more on to try to get the plant to realize, hey, it's time to be mature and open up those mature bowls. And so it'll be a week to 10 days. We'll see what it does, and then have to probably come back with another shot of a chemical to finally kill out the bottom leaves so we can strip. So probably 2 weeks away from stripping at the earliest is my thought. We do have some rain chances starting tonight and especially tomorrow. So I wanted to get out here and get some sprayed before, in case it rains a bunch, and it could be a long time before I get back in the field. So that's the plan. I got to get it. So I really like my sprayer. It's been really nice because I don't have to buy a big fancy self-propelled, although that would be nice. It does a great job. The only negative is where we drive, and obviously where I drive, I'm going to do some damage. Like, that's part of it. It's not. That should stay. The stripper is going to pick that up. But it's here in the middle where the drawbar underneath the tractor drags is. I'm going to knock out some lint, and so there's going to be trails of that. It's not ideal, but that's part of it. It's not a ton in the grand scheme, but it is a part of it. And then I straddle 2 rows, like if I'm driving the tractor tires on either side. So I will knock out some of this cotton. Some of it's not tall enough to matter. It won't hit it. But the bigger stuff, the better stuff, unfortunately, there will be some cotton knockout, especially the second pass. If I have to come with a second shot to kill it, that's going to be the one that is going to knock out the most fruit. So, all right, I got to get going. I got to unload all this chemical, get loaded up, and get going. If you can see it, but that's about as full as I dare to get it. Call that lippin' full out here. Lippin', you know, the lippin', whatever that means. Okay, anyways, I think I'm good. Water's running back in. I got all my chemical. ready for the next one. Okay, let me get in the tractor. I'm gonna tell you something. Okay, that's nothing crazy to tell you other than I was just talking with Dad. Make sure I don't hit something here. Just because when I finish this, I told you I'll fill up another time and I'll have about 20 or so acres, 20, 30 acres to spray here. And then I'll have mostly a full tank, about 900 gallons left. And where to go next with that? Well, I told you I could drive over to the barn and spray that 80 acres. He made a good point. He's like, well, you know, now we got 2 strippers, 2 builders. It's a lot more to move. So if we're over here to strip this and then we're at Bob's, but I'm going now, and that's it. We got 2 farms over here, so we got to drive back, and then we got to come back again. I don't know. So he said, you might look at your farm again. So I'll do that. I'll drive by it here on the way to Bob's. He drives by it a lot more than I do going the direction. He said it's getting a lot more wider, a lot wider, I think is right. So that would, you know, again, there'd still be one more farm that I haven't sprayed, but I don't want to get out here and spray everything because I don't know how it's going to work. One, I don't know the rain. I don't know what that's going to do to it. So this will get me, if I spray out 3 tanks, I'll have about 360 to 400 acres ready, or at least sprayed the first shot, and that'll get us going for a while. And maybe it freezes and I don't have to spray the rest of it, or maybe I see that, hey, it's not going to freeze and I jump out and spray some more things. But while the equipment's all over here, it would be nice to not have to drive it back to the barn, come back over here to get Graceland, and then go back over there again, and then go to Lori. Be more driving. So I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna look at it. If it's all you can do is just look at it, you know. And so we'll see what I see when I drive by. I'll drive by in the morning. I'll drive by here a couple hours later once I finish spraying. We'll see what it looks like. All right, here's my farm. Definitely has changed a lot since I've been by. It's greener, but looks up the field to be maybe wider in some areas. I don't know. It maybe looks, it's not as open as where I just was in my parents', but what to do? You tell me. I got about 2 hours to think about it and make a decision. That phone's supposed to open up all those green bowls. It's supposed to. It will, right? That's what I don't want. I know it will. People spray greener cotton than that. I know, but I just like to see more white all the way to the top, you know? I'm rolling, following the tracks I've already driven, so it's smoother and I'm not running over as much cotton. There's a little bit, obviously I'm knocking out, but part of it. I think this is my best cotton, the way it looks, the way it appears. So excited to see what it'll make. And then this rocky hill up here, somehow it's just got lots of cotton on it. Not complaining. Big cotton. Hopefully I can get good coverage on this and drop all those leaves. Got a dripping nozzle. I'm gonna go check on that. But so I turned these. One of your recommendations they said alternate the front to back of those nozzles, and otherwise they all run at the same angle. So he said if you turn them at a different angle, you get coverage, better coverage. I don't know if that works or not. We'll see. It's like I'm not doing any side-by-sides, but it kind of makes sense to me. The only thing I don't like is it sometimes blows on, or gets these those gauge wheels on the outside wet, especially depending on the wind blowing, because one of them, instead of them all running, I think at this angle, there was nothing that was spraying on it. But now, I guess where the nozzle's located, I just get a little bit more spray onto that wheel. So that's the weakness in the pattern right there, but I don't know. We'll see it. I'll run them and see if I have streaks or anything. I haven't noticed that, but we'll see that. But I get here to the end, I'm going to check that nozzle, that top, that diaphragm may be torn, maybe letting it leak through, so check on that. It's this one right here. That's not loose. Oh yeah, that diaphragm, see it's got a little tear in it. So what I'm gonna do, I believe, is I'm gonna go rob the one off the end, the cap, and see if it doesn't leak down there. If it does still leak, I've had this before. I put I think I have, well, actually, you know what? Maybe I have some of these. I've had this before, which made me think, why would I not put extras in the tractor? So hopefully I put extras in the tractor. We'll see. I don't think they're in here, maybe. Ah, yes. Simple little deal. That's what they look like, and that's what they look like new. So that should be all I need on that. Remind me, you know, that I should probably go through and replace a lot of these. I may just be a good time, because those are what seal, like when there's pressure starts shooting through the boom. Those diaphragms are what help seal it off so it doesn't drip forever. But remind me, I should probably get those all changed. And when should I do that? Probably in the springtime. All right, I'm over halfway done here, but I believe, if I can remember right, that this is the first pass I put the PIX growth regulator on, and I didn't over there. So, I mean, can you tell a difference? I don't know. If I can, it'll be interesting maybe when the leaves are off, if we can tell a difference, but I don't know if I can tell. I don't know. Can you? I didn't expect there to be like a line that's like yes and no, but I really didn't know, and I don't know, like I didn't use much. Like I don't know what's a high rate or that. I used a real low rate, which was the goal. So did it have a marginal impact? No idea. But I've got my marker on the fence. You can't see it. It's that water bottle. It's still there. It survived on the hook of the barbed wire. I can't tell enough. We'll see once the leaves come off, maybe. Alright, filled up. I'm gonna grab a snack from my parents' house. I don't know if you can. I can tell. it just looks a little more dull. I know nothing's really happening yet, but some of the leaves are starting to have some discoloration. And so just overall, it looks whiter. Not necessarily because things have opened up more yet, I don't think, but just that stuff is starting to lose some of that bright green. And so it just looks a little more dull. So that's the goal. I mean, the goal is not to have dull green. The goal is to have all white.
He says no.
But
he knows a hell of a lot more about this than I do.
Sorry, yeah, podcast is rolling.
And you too. I mean, when you.
But it's working. Just not even 24 hours. So 20 acres here, 100 acres at. I think I'm just going to go to my farm. I considered going to Graceland, but it's got some terrace bottoms that I think will be green still. So for the same reason, I'm not going to spray stuff at Sagerton because it has some low areas. I think Graceland will be similar. My farm's pretty well consistent, it looks like, and doesn't stand water. So we'll get 100 acres of that done and see what happens after that. I'm here at the next field, and it's gotten a lot wider for sure. It's just why it's not as white, because there's more of that, more mature type bulls, but they are hard, starting to open on their own. So there's gonna be some of that. It's not good, but I just wanted to get out here and make sure that I wasn't gonna find some mushy bulls at the top or something that wasn't ready. I cut these. I had to get a new knife. I lost my knife. I cut some of these the other day and they were still kind of. Oh shoot, I just cut the mess out of my thumb. Dadgummit. But see, that cut pretty easy. One of my knife's pretty sharp. Obviously it's brand new, but that's mature. So I think we're good to go. That's also frustrating because the cut on your hands is a real annoyance. So I'm gonna go deal with that I don't have anything. So I'll find something to I'll just suck on it. Almost finished. Just gotta turn off the agitator because I got 100 gallons. That color in there is kind of a blue-green. You see it? That paraquat or Remoxone is greenish colored. That's part of it. And then also the ethanol, I don't know if you saw me pouring it in, I would call it more of a yellow, but a yellow-green. So, makes a cool color, but you don't want that stuff to get on you still. That Remoxone is pretty nasty stuff. Supposedly it's got a bittering agent in it so that people, kids, or even anyone won't try to drink it, because what that stuff does, it's a desiccant, so it dries everything out. And so I would assume your cells also, if you drink it, which sounds terrible. But the color seems attractive to people, like to kids. I don't know, maybe just make it, I don't know, I really don't know what makes it that color. And I don't know why I'm telling you all this. It's a blue-green mixture. I'm almost done. I got 100 gallons left. Then I'm going home for late lunch. And then, I'm not sure. Emily's parents are in town. They bought a piece of property around Sagerton, just south of Sagerton, where I farm most of my stuff. And they're excited. It's got a house, it's got some hunting, pasture, and it's got some farmland. So because of that, I pick up some more farmland, which is great. So they are here this weekend. They closed, and they got possession of the house. They don't have possession of all of it, yes, because the
GPS or communications is jammed.
Because all the previous owners still have cows and different things out there they got to get out. But it'll be a place we can deer hunt and do all that, and I can farm and they can stay for a while if they want. So anyway, it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go out there and help with whatever needs to be helped with. We got a junior high football game tonight, last home game. So this will be the end of the video. Thanks for watching. follow along. I'll show you the new land sometime. You got to keep watching though to see that. And then cotton harvest is coming. I've gotten starting to get the cotton strippers worked on. Had to take the cylinder off one of the module builders that was leaking. Took that to the hydraulic shop this week, getting it rebuilt, changing bats and brushes and other things like that. So stay tuned. Harvest is close, and that means wheat sowing is also close. And so that's how I make the most of my money. So hoping for a great crop. It's good to get over it again. It looks pretty good, but you just don't know until you get it into the basket. See how it makes. So keep watching. If you haven't subscribed already, I appreciate it if you would. And if you're gonna farm it.